I started this morning by exploring the luscious gardens in a place in Bunga, Kampala. I would like to imagine, as you view the backdrop of these gardens, I would like you to imagine molten wax being poured in between your toes. Or imagine the searing pain of a sharp blade cutting you from your carotid all the way down to your intestines. It's impossible to imagine such pain, isn't it? Labor pain is 1,000 times more than that. My first child was delivered of me by cesarean. My second child was delivered of me by a natural birth. In the middle of that night, between the 23rd of March to 24th of March, there was searing pain. I tried to tell my husband I'm not able to sleep, but because I'd never experienced labor pain, he thought I was being one of my usual dramatic self. He thought I was having a melodramatic episode. I told him I don't understand this pain, but it feels like there's a football team jammed inside my back, in my spine. That's when he got the car and we drove out. It was about 2 a.m. on the 24th of March, 2012. On going to the hospital, our doctor checked us and said, "Your cervix is not yet fully dilated, just wait a few hours." I could not imagine waiting a few hours through that intensity. When you're in labor, and I know women experience it differently, the pain is not universal. Some will say, "Oh, the baby just came out." But the majority who've experienced the pain don't even find words to describe it. Imagine molten wax in between your toes. Imagine the heat of the sun bearing down on you, over you, this close. Or imagine a candle being brought to your skin, the flame singeing you slowly by slowly, from your hair all the way down to your toenails. Think about sulfuric acid. With your mouth open, you're told, "Gobble that sulfuric acid. If you don't, you will never see your baby." That's what labor pain was for me. It was excruciating. I felt I was sitting on the horns of cows, being bounced from one to the other. I felt as being gorged in the mouth of a crocodile, from one crocodile to another. They tell you when the baby comes, you forget the pain. I still remember the pain 8 years later. However, seeing my daughter grow, she turned 8 this year, I believe that the pain we go through as mothers is enough to prepare them for the world. The pain that Jesus Christ bore is definitely enough to prepare us for this world. And as I talk to my daughters, the eldest two understand more clearly what it means to go through the process of labor to have a baby. The younger two don't, they're toddlers. But I think about God, the pain that He bore on the cross for us to be free. I believe that He went through all kinds of insanity, all kinds of experience to prepare us. Many times we feel like we're groping in the darkness, don't we? You don't know what's happening, but you know that in order to receive the light that you see, you must be able to go through the darkness. And the darkness is an unexplained place. You grope, unable to know where you're going. You're hopeful that you won't stumble, but of course you do. Until we are guided to the end. We fall, we stumble, we make mistakes, we try to create our own light. The only way to go to the end is through that darkness. God is there in the darkness with us, however difficult it may seem. And I know He was with me in that labor pain. When I look at my daughter, I know that. I know that she would never have come into the world if I did not understand that God was there. In that pain, He didn't seem like He was there, but I know He was. And in the darkness, it's hard to know that there's anyone with us. We're falling, we've scraped our knees, we are bleeding profusely. Our anguish is endless, but He is there. As we go through the inevitable darkness, whether it's today, tomorrow, just keep on believing and hoping and enjoy the light. The darkness never lasts forever. Look where I am. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's also my 13th wedding anniversary. I thought labor pain was an appropriate topic to talk about. I'm going to enjoy my day. Enjoy yours too. Darkness doesn't last forever. Grope, stumble, but it won't last forever. It never does. And there's someone going through all of that labor just for us. God bless you today.